headed south near Lakeview, Auburn, Iowa. We are running right up on a tornado-warned cell that has been producing multiple tornadoes all afternoon. We thought we might not make it down here coming from Minneapolis, but we are literally going to run into this thing right as we're about losing daylight. But the fact that we're driving right into it and might have a good chance to capture something at a distance ahead of the vehicle, thought we would live stream and just in the off chance it's still producing tornado and continues, that we'll be able to capture that and share. So just headed south now, and probably about 20 minutes or so away from the edge of the storm cell itself. So we're gonna keep chugging away here and get a little bit closer. We're basically headed straight due south right now, and the storm will be coming from the southwest, which would be up to the right of us. So we'll keep an eye out. We can start to visualize some of that. But we've made pretty good time from Minneapolis down to this kind of western part of Iowa. This series of cells has produced multiple tornadoes, multiple repeats, and it's continually being warned. So optimistic if we can get there with enough daylight that we'll be able to catch just maybe a glimmer of it. So it's been pretty windy on the way down. Pretty big gusts, I would say, 40 knots plus. Quite the adventure getting down here. Now it's just about getting there before we run out of light. We're close though. It's coming in on us. You can see a series of chasers that are also doing the same thing that we're looking to do, but are right up on the cell. So our target area is pretty solid. Our location that we picked, several hours ago when we left, was already producing tornadoes at that point. There was multiple of them, and really trying to look at a place where we can meet up along the road. And there's just not enough time for us to spend time chasing around. We kind of have to pick every single road correctly. Today is supposed to be a pretty good day. Tomorrow is supposed to be an even better day. So optimistic. A lot of our Iowa area, or southwest Iowa, in the Omaha, Nebraska, that whole setup should be good to us. But for now, it's kind of a last intercept of daylight. Working on that. Like I said, we're maybe about 20 miles out from running into this, and I expect we're going to run into rain here in the next few miles. Tomorrow we will have another edition. We don't have enough daylight for that today, but tomorrow we'll have another edition. We'll have mounted a 360 camera, so keep an eye out for tomorrow's stream. I think we'll have it going most of the day, and that should be fun just to get a little bit of a panoramic view outside the vehicle. There we go. Some nice lightning, definitely on the edge of this. You can tell the wind has picked up a little bit. started Thursday. Well, Thursday wasn't as much of a tornado producer as early models might have indicated. Today's been much better. We've seen some video on the way and some other chasers that have been on that all the way from Omaha, kind of following this little bit of a linear setup up to the northeast, and we are now directly in intercept path. We just need to get a little bit further south. So that is the plan. And we're going to keep chugging away at this. Possibility we'll be able to keep the camera going even if it gets in towards night. Too, as we're going here. Yeah. Right. I knew this was going to be close. We thought we'd maybe have about an hour of actual daylight before night hit us. I think we're right at that period. The good news is we're kind of right in the place to intercept this. If we stayed right where we're at, I think by the time it got here, we'd be out light. So I'm going to try to get just a little bit further south here. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well.
Staying safe.
Staying safe. I would assume everybody who's watching this is
in Minnesota.
Home somewhere. So that's good. A little bit of this might make its way up towards Minnesota on Saturday. Although I'm not sure that it'll be overly severe from what we've been seeing. But we'll keep an eye on it. If it does, we might make our way up that way tomorrow. Right now, this cell's been producing. This has probably been the biggest producer, and it'd be great to get on this, even if it's dusk. And we get an hour. An hour would be great. Coming up on Auburn, Iowa. We can feel some of those wind gusts on us. All right. Back on our target road. Get a little view of downtown Auburn, and then we should be free south. First bit of lightning that we've really seen all day. But this is putting us on the mark. Should have a straight shot now.
Blackhawk's not expected much over there.
Blackhawk.
Yep.
What's that?
Anna B's from Blackhawk.
Oh, nice. Did you look up where it is? How far away is it?
Just I think southwest of Des Moines.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think, you know, the Des Moines area, I think a lot of these storms are all southwest right now. All of them are headed northeast. And so there's a lot right now that are making its way into Iowa. And a lot overnight. I think I had saw most of these tornado warnings that are getting issued, or watches that are getting issued right now, are set till midnight. So a potential for storms across the Des Moines area, you know, there is a potential there into the evening and overnight. So definitely right now there are, you know, severe thunderstorm and tornado warned storms that have a destination to pass over and around the Des Moines area. So yeah, kind of the whole, really again, the whole Iowa, all the way over to Cedar Rapids really should kind of be weather aware this evening, especially when it gets into the evening. You know, have a way to get notifications, have a way to, you know, whether it's a weather radio or a phone or something, so that you can get alerts if something's on its way. And again, National Weather Service, NOAA radio alerts, even TV, those are great sources. We're in a very specific spot right now, west of Des Moines, coming down Highway 71. And visually, as you can probably see, it looks very hazy on the horizon, but I imagine here in just a few minutes we're going to hit the edge of this, and we'll be able to get a good view of the cell. Lots of lightning, lots of chaser activity, storm spotters. So we'll go add one more to the mix.
Reed Timmer.
Alright, yeah, so we're probably just now off to the right. We're hitting kind of the beginning of the cell. Still, you know, probably 10 miles away from us, so visibility is tough to see. We are going to, in a minute here, pop over and head a little bit more west once we get to Carroll. And that should get us right into the sweet spot to be able to see this coming towards us. Looking to bag Tyler's first tornado on this trip. So
Went last time, didn't find anything.
Yeah, last time we were out, there was, you know, hit or miss activity. We just weren't in the right places and couldn't stay long enough out. But this time around, I think we're in a much better position where our issue is we're just running out of daylight. So. Friday evening. Even here, just a few miles from what was a very, you know, just a little while ago produced a very large, dangerous tornado. Very calm here. You know, a little bit of haze, like I said, but just kind of an overcast look. That's why these storms can sometimes sneak up on you. Definitely in Iowa.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's the smell of Iowa. Wowza.
Can you smell it through the
see it. Okay, now Tyler, you can see up ahead here is low clouds. Again, that low cloud ceiling is very good for us. And as we just kind of peek into it, we can see a little upward movement with that. If we can see a little bit of spinning movement, here we've got some blue sky actually peeking through. You can see all of that getting sucked up. All of that will be part of the inflow that this is kind of sucking up into. And those are all good signs. So again, coming down here, and we'll be just a couple miles out now from Carroll. Should be able to start making our way a little bit further west, and we're only about 15 miles from the center of the cell right now, so all good. I'm gonna keep tracking on this thing. Might even just hang up here at Carroll to give us kind of a north, south, east, west track, depending on what we need to do. So we'll see. As I mentioned, we're just coming into the town of Carroll, Iowa, which is right on the path. The main cell that we've been watching, which is double tornado warned, 2 different areas, is just southwest of us, about 10 miles. So it's moving up, and we're moving over, so should put us in just prime location. It's hard to tell right now. It doesn't look like there's definitely rotation, but it's hard to tell if there's anything on the ground at this exact moment. But once we get up here just a bit, we are going to be able to start getting a visual of this storm. Just enough. Yeah, so excited everybody. We're just about to pull onto this double tornado warned cell. Get just a little bit west of our location right now, and we'll be right on the edge of this. Hopefully to be able to follow this thing up. A little bit worried about our daylight. Definitely enough daylight. It just depends on if we'll have enough light as we get into things. It's going to darken a bit, but optimistic. This looks to be the town up here, so we should be good. as I mentioned before, this is all kind of a multi-day event. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday was a little bit of a bus situation. There was some activity further west Colorado. Today has been much better as far as a tornado producer. Multiple cells, you know, all from Omaha, Council Bluffs, like Kansas City, all in that area down southwest. Lots of activity down there. It's now all moving northeast, and we're in a good location here to run up on this thing and continue on with it. All right. Good old Carroll.
Were you in Carroll?
We are in Carroll. This was our target. I mean, kind of predicted we'd be here at 7. It's about 10 minutes to 7 p.m. This is about exactly what we...
Carrollton.
Oh.
Hotel Event Center.
There you go.
I wonder why it's called Carrollton.
I wonder. Carrollton.
Oh.
Carrollton.
I think we might need a...
We need a
We need a teacher.
pronunciation.
We need a teacher in the chat.
Yeah, right. All right, here we
Noah
go.
Rizak said tornado is just south of Denson. I think I spelled that wrong or said it wrong.
Here we go. Use our 30 West road that we wanted. Bingo. Alright, time to get up on this guy.
Let's
Like I said, we're about a little less than 10 miles out on this now, so we should have some timing-wise good visual of it passing. It's going to pass from the left to the right as it's going north. So hopefully we'll have a good view, and then probably get into some thick rain a little bit, so little TBD. It's a good view from up here.
Very good view.
Give you an idea of what we're seeing.
We are seeing
Very dark.
very dark.
There's a Taco Bell if we need to come back this way, and a Walmart. We'll see where this storm takes us tonight. Who knows where we'll end up. So as I mentioned, thanks to everybody who's joining, probably comfortably from their couch. We are driving up right now on a double tornado warned cell. We are just about a mile or so away from the edge of this thing, and then probably another 5 miles away from the center. And we're in a very great position to get a picture of this left to right.
Pickled. The opposite of pickled.
Pickled?
Pickled. No, like you're in a pickle?
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah, we are not in a pickle right now. We are the opposite. We are in a position of strength.
The eye of the storm.
So, like I said, we're just driving right under the edge of this. Hill, hopefully we're going to start to get a picture of what we're looking at here. It looks fairly narrow. Not like we'd have to deal with a ton of precipitation, though I'm expecting it to start here any second. I am expecting this thing to be right straight ahead of us. So yeah, today's storm today is produced, I think, fairly well relative to what the forecast was. Tomorrow is supposed to be even more, kind of an epic day. So I think we're going to have a lot of options. We'll have to kind of pick where we want to go to increase our odds. But we are now kind of getting the first look at this thing, and not yet close enough to get a picture of any sort of major wall cloud rotation, but I know it's there. I can see it on radar. Just about straight due west of us within the last couple of minutes when the radar scanned, there is pretty significant rotation. So we definitely have a mesocyclone. We have an active storm that could easily produce a tornado, or possibly has an active funnel coming up and down.
I just can't see it.
Just can't see just yet. We're just coming up on it. All right, another good view up here. Definitely dark up ahead.
We got dark clouds up
Got
ahead.
dark pretty quickly, so imagine it's going to get dark on us here. But you can see the edge of this cell now much more clearly. I don't know if that comes across on the camera at all. But we're coming up on this thing. Yeah, so again, all right, now just got on my phone, warning.
Will the iPhone send out one, probably?
Just got our, there we go. Just got our warning. We are in, hit okay on that. There. Yeah, so we're in the right spot now. We're driving up on this. Again,
We got a tornado soon.
definitely tornado warned. Not sure yet about any
gotta change
active funnel or anything like that. It's kind of a visual observation game right now. We are going to be coming up on an area. Yep, I know we're in a warm zone.
Android's quicker to send out a warning.
Well, there you go.
Pick Android.
We're in now the top edge of a third warning area. So up here, we're going to kind of just pause for a minute and get a lay of the land. The tornado warning that we just got issued is for a cell that is probably about 20 to 30 miles southwest of us. So it's not one that we are expecting to intercept right now. We're heading towards another one that's heading a little bit further ahead of us. Here's a great pause point just to view ahead. Do you see anything, Tyler? It would be just probably straight ahead of us, if not maybe to the right. We're just losing
Light.
We're just losing light right at the wrong time, you could say. But we're coming straight up on it. Here comes our rain. definitely drops. There's some good lightning for us.
We can have hail in this. We got tornadoes down south of us.
Yeah, there's been reports of storms all the way through all of this. So this is probably a place going to kind of slow in on this guy now, as this is kind of tracking north and east of us. Definitely got some heavy rain on the outer bands of this, which again, expected for that. Can kind of get a closer look at what might be a lowering or a wall cloud. It's just a little fuzzy due to this rain. Again, this cell is just ahead of us, maybe just up here to the right.
Looks like the other chasers are going away from the...
It's hard to say where they are going.
They're right.
Yeah, because it doesn't update in real time. But here's going to be a little bit of a look at this thing. There's our major lowering and our wall cloud up ahead here.
Whoever's in the town that we're heading into, buckle up.
Looks like possibly, let's see, if we're going, this would be, any of this rotation would be straight ahead of us here, just up to the right. You can see just the edge of our wall cloud. What would be our rotation just ahead here. So again, let's pull out up here just a second and see if we can get a visual up ahead. That would be our wall cloud straight ahead, all that dark. Hard to say right now. Does not appear to be a funnel formed, but lots of low hanging clouds. On this. This thing as it goes by.
By the way, it's way darker for us. The camera is way lighter for you guys. Whoa. Why is there?
Everybody's just kind of watching here to see. Want to make sure we've got an out here. We got to go, but that's over here. We can see
Anywhere a tornado could pop out.
I mean, that is rain wrapped over there where it likely is. Over here to the right, it's really hard to show you, but that's very likely the direction that it. If it is, it's that way, right there.
Definitely fast moving clouds.
Very fast moving clouds. You can see lots. See that? Look at that. Look at how they go up and in, right?
Yeah.
Definitely straight ahead of us. We've got lots of rotation here. Lots of rotation, lots rain wrapping over there, and straight ahead just over here. That's kind of the area we're watching, is right straight through there. I'm gonna get us just a little bit better position to get out of here. If we need. But there's a probably much better view of what we're looking at. That would be right there, all that lowering straight ahead, up ahead of us. That would be what we are watching for. Lots of rotation around us. Nothing solidified, but you can see, Tyler, you see all that air that's getting sucked up over here, right?
Yeah.
Right there. You can see all that air is getting pulled right into the center of this. All of that and that wind, this likely ahead of us is where.
Hey, what's that light spot?
Where do you see? Straight ahead?
Yeah. That
Yep.
light spot.
Yeah, that's air. That's just clearing. That could be potentially those parts that are jetting down over there. That very well could be.
Hey, look at that giant dip down.
Yep, that happens. That's all a big lowering. That's what's called a wall cloud, straight ahead of us. It's a little bit harder to see for everybody else. But that is a lowering. Lots.
Please. Oh, there's an accident that just happened here, I think.
No, they're just warning. That's a sheriff is just warning people. Straight ahead of us is what we're looking at right now. That's the major rotation, and through this edge, right? That wall cloud straight ahead of us, you can see just off to the right. That's the major place that we want to keep an eye on. We definitely have lots of upper rotation. Again, nothing that we've been able to see solidified into a funnel at this point. We've got
We're getting rain again.
pretty good gusts of 34, 35 miles an hour. Get some rain coming back around on us.
Tornado down south.
Where's that? Yeah, I mean, this whole thing has produced tornadoes all the way through. So, I mean, we're in a great place to intercept. We might need to back up just a little bit, but we're right on. We're right on the edge. I do think we want to go this rotation's not, we just want to back up just a little bit here. And get out of this because, are we good? We're good over there?
Yeah, good on right.
Good.
Good.
All right, we're gonna get out of here just a little bit because we got this other thing that's coming up to us, and this is where that rotation is right behind us. Now here's a great view ahead of us of that inflow. Get all of that air getting sucked in. This rotation right here, see this?
Yeah.
This band that's coming right here on us. This will be the next area that we want to watch out for. There we go. Feel that wind?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're definitely on it. We're going to kind of mosey our way back over here just a little bit more and see if we can get a view looking back. Keep a lookout, your eyes this way. A lot of this is getting sucked in over there, but this right here, Tyler, this area, we want to pull over and turn around. Actually, it's like right over us, behind us as it's coming through. You can feel that wind, right? Holy smokes! You feel that now?
Oh yeah.
And this here too, the tail. Look at that big jet there just getting sucked up inside. You want to get just, see this little hook and spin right here?
Oh yeah.
We want to get just over here a little bit more so we can see that come by, because right now it's right over us. Can you see anything out your windows?
Can't
To the
see
right?
anything.
What's that?
Nope.
Nothing established, dark like we saw before that was hanging down.
Some hang downs.
What's that?
We got some hang downs.
Yeah, but a really dark, like cone-like. Okay, now we're going right through the jet. So hang on, this is going to be. You just look at how strong it is to suck all of this up right now. This is one of the places you don't necessarily want to find yourself is in this inflow. It gets pretty gusty. All right, so we are southwest Iowa on a supercell that has produced multiple tornadoes, and we are trying to get out of an area here which has another cell inside of it with very significant rotation that has strengthened since we got to our first location here. So we're going to try to get up back out of it and be able to turn around and get another view looking back again. Anything to the right, Ty, can you see anything? Definitely strong. Look at this. All of this. back there. Let's see where we are here. Definitely got lots of rotation on us.
Where are we right now?
We are...
We're literally west of West Side.
We're just to the east of Arcadia. East of West Side.
Oh, wait, what?
Okay, we're gonna try to get up on this road here. Take a peek at this rotation after this vehicle goes by. Come on. Come on, come on.
Go,
Let's go. We're gonna go take a peek up on this road here. We should be able to get a visual just a little bit higher here. Need just a little bit of elevation to see, but we got lots of low clouds being ingested here. This would be our area of rotation just off to the right. I think most of everything we're looking south. I mean, this is all, it would be off here to the right just a little bit. If we were to capture something here, it'd be right there is where all of our big rotation is. Do a little bit of a stage turnaround here. Nobody else on this road, but that's the direction that we're looking right now. Lots of rotation, vertical lift. Definitely all getting sucked into that straight ahead of us.
We have to get back on the road and go towards it.
What's that?
We should go towards it.
Yes, it's actually going to come right past us. Look right here.
Just gonna sit here?
Yes, because if we need to, that's our escape route on the road. That's kind of a key piece for us. What's going on here? That's kind of a key piece for us right now is because we've got so much rain. Visual is pretty hard.
Could be a rain wrapped. It just depends.
Yeah, definitely could. I mean, we've got lots of rotation. It does not look like anything's tightly banded enough, but it's right there. It's right back crossing the road where we were. So, in our interest to drive exactly back where we were. There you go, Ty. If you could see straight ahead over that farm, can you see that wall cloud through there?
No. It's quiet. It's too quiet.
Yeah, give me a second here. Let's head back. Let's head back that way because I think that's exactly where we're going to expect to see. So now that's the direction we're looking, you see, right? Because we're heading back to this road. We want to watch this as it comes right across the road here. I mean, we are well within. Click. Properties. No, find. I can't see. sources. Go to it. Yep. Click on it. Properties.
Oh, yeah,
Switch back. Switch back. Alright, so we got a quick update on where we are in the map here. I think we're going to take off and head back to town.
We're going to drive through the storm.
Well, we are kind of right on the edge of where we want to be. But we could get up to that other high point and maybe get a visual. So we'll kind of keep an eye on right here, I think. We're kind of right where that's what I want to see. I know it's hard for everybody else to see this, but this direction here, that's what I want to watch right there. I don't see.
Windshield wipers.
I don't see. Lots of rotation. It doesn't look like anything right now, but all very capable of tornadoes. So we are basically just kind of back and forth as these different little cells come through. Keeping an eye on these. If any one of them at any point in time could produce a funnel, that's what they have been doing. So
Any second.
that is kind of the area as I look over here and over that hill. Again, I know this is hard for anybody to see far enough away, but over that hill is where we're seeing a lot of that rotation come. We just don't have the elevation right now to
That hill's, there's a
see.
hill right
Yeah,
over there.
that's coming. I want to get just a little bit back away from this, so we're gonna go. And we're gonna get over this way. This rain's gonna pick up as I expect. I want to get out of this just a little bit because we're going to lose all of our visibility and it's going to come right over the top of us. So, Ty, you keep your eyes peeled just to the right here. We are again, Arcadia, Iowa, under a multi-tornado warned cell, an entire system that spans way down to the southwest. We're playing a little bit of
Hide and seek,
I guess, if you will, with this system, because as it continues to move up, we have to continue to move east. And new cells. There you go, Tyler. You'll be able to see anything over there. We definitely are. This would be a good spot. I just want a little bit more elevation. So maybe when we get up to this hill up here,
you gotta turn the camera.
We'll take a peek over. Multiple cells, each one of these coming through, redeveloping stronger. Yes, I mean, these cells have produced multiple tornadoes, very severe tornadoes. We are just trying to get a little bit better of a visual advantage here. We might get that just up here. Hopefully looks like there's a road that's going to turn south for us, and we can do that. There we go. There's a good view of the horizon. And we're not going to be able to get cell that we're going to wait for. See, there's multiple of these. Each one of these that's coming through, each one of them has got a mini cell in it, and they've all been warned because of the rotation. We've got lots and lots of wind shear, so each one of these is developing and kind of diminishing, and therefore we're getting multiple of them. And again, these have been producing multiple tornadoes all day, so very easily could drop a tornado here. And we're going to try to keep an eye on this as we keep moving east. Keep moving east. Here's our road. Here we've got a good view. Neither of these guys are turning. We'll have a good view right here, Tyler. Okay, you see this thing? Look over there to the right. There you can get the full edge of the storm, Ty. See that? That's this edge right here. All right, now we should be able to get up here and get a view of what might be coming across. There we go. There's that inflow again. Here we go. Up ahead. Now, what do we see? Right behind that hill is where I'm looking. Look at that little bit of darkened lowering.
Yeah.
It's right behind that. We stay right on the edge of this. We might have a good visual. See, now just look to the left of that house that's up there. That's our lowering. A lot of that lowering just comes from so much updraft being taken, and all that coming up. That is all goodness. It's just a matter of something's got to drop. Looking to get Tyler's first tornado today. You know, funnel would be a great checkbox.
If the odds were good today, imagine tomorrow.
I mean, the odds are very good right now, given the way these storms are moving across. See, there you go, across right over there. That's what we want to see. We can drive down here a little bit on it. There you go. And if we can get another visual on the top of this hill, we'll pause for a second. We are in the middle. Where are we now? Just a bit north. Is it Halliburton, Iowa? There's chasers all around us. Everybody watching these. Looks like the warnings were let expire. We do still very much have strong rotation on these. So, you know, anybody that's in this area with this massive, what looks like now a very linear system. There you go,
Camera.
Tyler.
Webcam.
Yeah.
Turn.
Hmm?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Right out here, very, very
Dippy.
So you can see we're out of the precip now, but this area moving up on us, lots of low hanging scud clouds, they call those, Tyler. All of that is from very, very high updrafts. There we go for a second. Everybody see that straight ahead. Lots of scud.
Why does
lowering.
that look like it's hanging down?
It is hanging down. It's getting sucked up.
Oh, a car.
I know we got a car. That's why I'm turning around. We're going to try to keep this in view if I can. That is the area of interest. I don't know if anybody can see that because of the angle we're at. But that right there is our, looks like a lowering. That could be,
Who was that?
we'll grab a,
You just stop behind us.
yep. Okay, just checking things out here a little bit, watching this as it comes by. It's definitely some lowering up ahead too. More over here and back. Lots over here when we look at this. And up ahead here. Great. I don't know if everybody can see this or not. You can see a little bit of that there. Back here, Tyler, you can see. Okay.
Why does
We've
everyone
got-
keep stopping and looking at us?
They're checking to see if we're okay because we have hazards on. They're very nice like that. Right here, Tyler, we've got lots. All this scud is again, as we were saying, moisture that's being picked up straight ahead of us. Definitely a little bit darker than we've seen on some of these others, but lots of this coming by right now, essentially to our left. Massive rotation.
That guy did not stop.
There you can see, I mean, right in front of us, we've got so much rotation. Any of that could form up. It's just not tightening enough. But easily could be. See Tyler up ahead.
It's fading.
It's not fading, it's picking up. This is the beginning piece of that.
What?
Look up ahead. Okay, we've definitely got rotation there that's obviously getting lower to the ground. That's this rotation that we can see right here on the radar, right? It's passing right over us right now. You see that?
Yeah.
All right there. Straight ahead if anybody's just coming across the road. Lots of scud behind us too. We'll keep an eye on that. I mean, this would be the most concerning that I'm watching right now from what I can see 360. But there's a line of this coming by. Definitely more and more of that condensing. Just not, again, does not look like significant rotation from this angle, but definitely could be consolidating. We got a good amount of space here on this, so let's move up here and just see if we can get a better look at this thing in the event something happens with this. It does look like some of this just straight ahead of us, that lowering, right? that easily, if some of that came together and could build some consistency around rotation, that's what we want to see right there. I'll pull over here just to get a little spot up here.
It's real dark.
Very dark. You can see.
Not like nighttime dark. Oh, I gotta change the camera.
Everybody can see. Hopefully that's coming through okay. Hard to see. Again, so much rotation.
Now we got a lighter for you guys.
You see, Ty, what we're looking for is, you see this part here, how it's coming down, but what we're not seeing is that really steady rotation on that part.
It's going down.
But how it's going down like that, right? It's because it's sucking more and more and more air up like that. That is definitely something we'd want to be watching, right?
Yeah.
As it's going through there. See, even over there, we've got a couple of those low-hanging parts. Watching this, I mean, this rotation's coming like right over us. Just enough daylight to catch, light behind it. What we're just not seeing is anything on this guy. I mean, we can keep chasing this guy, which I think is a good idea. I like this. There's a couple more that are on their way too, but just none of these have shown, there's upper level rotation, but nothing that is. There you get a little bit of it. Can you see it, Ty?
Yeah.
You can kind of see that what's straight ahead of us over the road, right? You'll see just a little bit if you watch. Is it rotating? You'll see it kind of going counterclockwise. That's really what we'd want to be looking for right here. There's lots going on. Lightning. All of that right there is beautiful. We're just not. You can see how it looks like it's kind of coming together and rotating. Just too hard to see right now. But, oh, that's beautiful, Tyler. That's what we want. That's the most uniform we've seen. Just keeping an eye on this thing. Wind's very calm where we're at right now. I'm seeing, 15 miles per hour. I mean, most of that is all up in front of us, so it's all moving pretty much away from us. But just trying to see if we could get up anything. All right, let's move up here just a little bit, all right? Got a little bit of this behind coming too. What's really warned is way back there. But I like that. It's up here.
I like it too.
Should be able to get up here back on the highway. Maybe some lightning. Then you look off. You know, we're going north right now. You look off to the west, and there's like clear sky in some areas. There's our good view of this thing. Would love to get out ahead of this. Let's get out on the highway here and get way ahead of this. You kind of let it catch up on us, but it's ahead of us now. Let us get ahead of us. We're gonna maybe get a little bit of rain here, but that will hopefully get us up and out. We can beat the heavy part of this.
Rotation just ahead.
Yeah?
Green.
What we want to look for is what's just over to the left. All that right there. That's what we'd be looking right in there, Tyler. See to the left? Hard to show everybody right now. We need to get ahead of it before we can show in there, but it's almost looks like it could be a funnel, but I'm not saying that at all. It's way too hard to tell, so can't tell. But we're gonna get up here. You can see there's some blue sky up ahead here. We're gonna get up and we should be able to get a little bit better look at it on 71. Backtrack just a little bit. Alright, we can get out of the rain here. That is all what we want right there. Just not seeing it come together right now. And again, as we progress through the evening, these storms are supposed to continue well into the evening.
It's just daylight.
And now we're going to go back to like regular light as this thing continues to move forward on us. I'm going to get out here just a little bit further and try to get maybe up.
There's some swift chasers.
Yeah, there are lots of them. They're all going to sit here and watch this thing. I want to get up just a little bit more so we can turn around to do that. And now this thing's going to have a massive... There's all of our lowering right back there. So give us just a second here. We're going to turn around. Maybe right here. Be able to get a little bit of a view here. Turn back around.
Whoa. That's intense.
There we go. That's what we're watching right there.
That is insane.
There's a little bit behind us, but not Here's the line of all that crew that's going to come through, but right ahead of us, that's what we want. Just not seeing. If there's a tornado in there, it is rain wrapped. I just don't think I don't think that that's it. We just got.
I don't think it's just.
No, but it's all right here. We're watching this go by again. We're gonna get rain here in a minute, and nothing. We are, like everybody else, continuing our journey. That's getting a little bit ahead of us now. We got another cell that's making its way up. I just don't see anything over that way. Up here we'll get a little bit of daylight back. We'll be able to watch the next round of it come up. Just watching, I mean, it's beautiful watching this thing go across. There you go, Tad. It would be over there if there was something. It just doesn't look like it's producing enough
rotation,
collective rotation together, but that's our low-hanging area right there, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's see where we are here. We need to get just a little bit out of town here and keep working our way. Just keep working our way through Carroll. Head back a little east. There's a good view of it, Tyler. You can see way over there to the left.
Wow.
It's beautiful. It's hard to spin the camera over sideways, but just definitely a very strong
What?
What?
Are you a storm chaser? Do I have an application?
I don't have one.
Where's the tornado at?
They're all over. They're coming up.
What'd you say?
They're all coming up.
Oh, they're coming through?
They could be.
I
Nothing.
want to see one.
Yeah, you gotta sit and just watch
Shut
these.
up. You don't hit.
What? What was he asking for?
He wants to see a tornado.
What do you mean by application?
Probably wants
He's taking a video of your car.
a job maybe. Can I have an application? So there, if you look back now to the right, see if we can get through this just a bit here and get.
Are there any tornadoes in Fort Dodge?
It's hard. It'll hard for me to see here in a second. There's Webster City, Fort Dodge. I would say nothing right now. It's probably clear in Fort Dodge, but everything's coming up that way. We're going to continue on this and try to just stay ahead of the rain. If we can get a spot back up on a hill here, turn around, and we should be able to get another good view of this wide. Again, there's a couple more cells with this that have all been.
You should have said to the guy, go to mnchaser.com.
Sure. So anyway, we're heading east now just a little bit. I don't want to get stuck in this town and kind of lose some of our visuals. So there is definitely a lot of stuff working their way up from the southwest. We are going to get out of town here and just whip a little bit of a U-turn and turn around and get a visual going backwards. And then again, like I said, there's another, again, lots of rotation on this. It's just been hard to identify something that is going to produce. We're kind of getting right at the edge of daylight here too, so.
Sun did go down a long time ago.
Yeah.
So it's only getting darker from here. It's a cool little town.
Well, and the stoplight's out on that one. Wonder if the town, doesn't look like the town lost power.
No, because
that light's on.
we got tons of other lights on, so
Yeah.
if it powers out, then generators are going crazy.
Yeah. Everybody just,
Everyone just owns a
all
generator.
these lights are all just covered up, it looks like. Right. This is kind of the next wave heading towards Des Moines. This one's continually still producing tornadoes. This one looks like it's been fizzling out. So it looks like a lot of people have abandoned this storm, although it's definitely still very capable of producing.
Still hold on hope.
But I think everybody's going to continue going east now and head towards. Everybody's going to head a little bit more towards Des Moines because there's more of these storms that are south that are going to keep working their way up. Might be good for us, Ty. See how dark it is over there. Be good for us just to game plan here for a second and see what we want
You
to
go to
do.
that Super 8.
Pull over on the right-hand side of here. Definitely tornado warnings still coming in. Now that would put us over into the Des Moines area. And that would be, the cell that we're on now is really diminishing. So question is, do we want to head towards Des Moines? It's going to take us a little while to get over there. Or do we want to try to grab this guy, any last bit of this? So let's turn in here. It looks like a big parking lot. We'll get a good visual here. This cell is not over. This continues to
Keep
what do you want
walking.
to say? Yeah, it's coming up. The question's going to be here. Again, daylight. This is what we would want to get back on here, right there. Now, really what we'd want is some more of this spin around pink, and that's really what we're looking at. Yeah, this whole thing kind of, it's not the end of it, but this is kind of the edge. Let's just take a peek of what's up here straight ahead. We'll get a little bit better of this. This will be kind of the last of the main rotation. Then again, there's more coming through, but there we go, straight ahead. That's what we've been watching and dodging through. Is it very possible that this could strengthen right now? Lots of severe thunderstorm warnings. Tornado warnings have expired for the area we're in. We knew we were going to be just on the edge of that. The question is, what do we go grab? Do we wait as the system? So give us a second here. We're going to kind of game plan what we're thinking as you're looking at a little bit of a, almost looks like a wall cloud coming by. we're definitely in a decent spot. So we're definitely in a decent spot here. To catch maybe the end of this, or if this hooks around. Otherwise, it's back to Des Moines. We'd be an hour and a half out from that area, and certainly would miss any opportunity. I think a lot of people are sort of giving up for right now because I'm assuming they're hanging back or making their way back into like Omaha, Nebraska, Kansas for tomorrow. I think our plan's to hang out in Iowa. So watching this kind of last storm come through where we're at right now. Again, a lot of that scud, which you can see straight ahead of us. Could easily strengthen here before we get moving. So I don't want to leave where we're at, although all the tornado warning stuff is all southeast of us at this point. So kind of watching this to see if any one of these strengthens. And that one that's straight ahead of us is kind of the last major of the significant rotation that we're seeing. That cell's moving at about 40 knots, and there's definitely some good strong rotation straight ahead of us. Just not see the downdraft that's right there. Just not seeing mega rotation. But as I mentioned before, we had a whole bunch of wind shear before. Right now, we're down to about 5 miles per hour. So, right where we're at, a couple miles away from what you're looking at, it's very common. We need that wind shear to really get that spinning. You can see, Ty, when you look to that stuff on the left, you can see stuff moving up. You can see stuff spinning. That's all.
I see it going two opposite directions.
Exactly. That's what we want to see. So see how it's coming to the left here, and in the back it's going to the right, and it's counterclockwise? That's exactly what we want to see for kind of that lower hanging, what would be like a wall cloud.
Just as
we are going to get a little bit better view here because there's some stuff that's happening just on the other side as well. So I want to get a little bit wider of a viewpoint here. See if we can get over here. See some of what this is that's happening. Still keep an eye on that over there. Definitely want to watch all of this because this is let's see if we can back in here and still get a view of this. It's all kind of coming in at us. So we want to keep, you can tell it gets lighter, darker, right? As we drive, lighter, darker. But that is the major area of rotation that we're looking at. All there and over to the right just a little bit. Again, lots of little bits and pieces of that. The main part of what we were watching about is just up just to the right, like right here. That's the area. And again, there is another area back, not as strong rotation, still watching that behind us. But up ahead, you can see that lowering, right? Those clouds it's not so much that the clouds are coming down, right? But air is getting pulled up into it, and so it looks like it's coming down.
What do I want to do?
We're gonna watch this for just a little bit because we can obviously continue on our road and keep moving. But we're on the last bit of this guy right here that could easily hook around, right? And you always talk about the hook. You know, the hook. What essentially we're looking at is the bottom of this cell. If you were looking on a map or looking on a radar, we're in Carroll, Iowa, and you know that goes all the way down to about Gray, Audubon, you know, and extends up to Rockwell City or so. And these cells are, they're strong, they're very capable. We just haven't seen anything come collectively together yet. And again, this one that we're watching pass us by right here, this has been the one, kind of the last big one that we've been watching come through. This will allow us, lightning will help a little bit, kind of light the back of it. Again, just not seeing that. Here comes the rain again. I'll move a little bit more east and try to stay out of the rain. Now this is chasing. It's almost like we're staying ahead of it and it's chasing us, right?
The storm is chasing us.
The storm is chasing us, but not so much in a way that we feel unsafe. Just we'll get through this rain here in a second. It feels like every time we come out, there we go, there's some good rotation down there. That's what we're letting come by. We just need to get ahead of this. That's back there. We'll get up here just a little bit more. We're going east and we're kind of staying ahead of this, kind of letting it come up on us as we go east and stay ahead of it. Good visual of what's up there. Kind of keep staying ahead here. Again, it's kind of like we come back into blue sky. You can see that black all back there. Yep. So again, plenty of daylight when we're out here. It's trying to stay just a little bit ahead of this thing. So we should be able to do that up here in a minute and turn around again. We'll get a little bit of another view on it. There we can feel that. It does look like this is kind of notching a little bit. We'll want to turn here pretty quickly as soon as we can get a clear view. Which is probably just up here on the next road. We'll be able to get a good view of this thing. Thanks everybody for who's staying with us. We've been on numerous cells that have come through, tons of rotation, kind of in that end of the evening period where we might have lost a little bit of our good air to the area that we're in to the west, and a lot of that is still the good air is over to the east. So we're gonna pull over here and just kind of turn and see if we can get a good view of what this looks like. There we go. That's the
Perfect little spot here.
perfect little spot right here. We'll kind of watch this come by. We can see that stuff coming. Great view here. Beautiful view. Hopefully we'll be able to see now this last bit of this cell passing by, right? I mean, that's pretty much what's straight out ahead of us. Beautiful structure back there, do you see? To the left. So just kind of to the left of that pole. By the time it gets here, we should have a pretty good view of it, and it should be coming kind of essentially right towards us. We're getting a little bit of that ball here, right? This is a little bit of the kind of very classic hook, you know, for the storm. We'll see if this thing starts to pick up rotation, and if this produces a tornado just over this hill to the left. This would be I mean, probably one of the better locations that we've had just to view and watch this thing. So we'll watch this thing come over, but otherwise it's been beautiful structure. Very interesting storm system. You know, again, today is supposed to be a pretty decent day. This whole system, as it's moved north on us, I think this area has been pretty well used up. Like when you think of energy and atmosphere conditions all have to be perfect, right? A lot of this area has seen, you know, a lot of storms. You know, a lot of this air has been drawn up into the storms earlier today that produced lots of tornadoes. You know, you can see here tornadoes all the way from Omaha, straight line up. You can almost follow Interstate 80 out of Omaha, you know, up, and just a string of tornadoes all the way up to where we are right now, just sitting in between Carroll and Glidden, Iowa. And we're watching here over this corner this rotation potentially pick up as it comes in on us. It'd be right over that hill, and just right where that pole, where everybody sees that pole, that's where we would expect to see potential something. You can kind of see that now, just coming through to the left of the pole, or just to the left of the pole, just moving to the right. Again, we're gonna have to probably
It's kind of dark for you guys.
move just a bit. But this really is a great spot to kind of peek on this thing. Definitely some updraft. You can see try to get us another little position here, just a little, with how this is coming in right on the pole. go. That would be straight ahead. That's where we're expecting. If we can kind of keep a little close eye on here. Some good updraft and rotation. Gotta keep this nice and wide for us. Here's our rotation. Wish I could get a better spot here of where I'm at. I'm gonna try to do that here without blocking the road too much. But that's a little bit of my issue, is I'm blocking the road. But right there. Here. Right in front of us here. These two
We're
areas.
losing so much light.
Yeah, we'll get ahead just a little bit again. That area right
Turn the
there.
exposure on the camera up. It's very high. It's still dark.
Yeah, just don't worry about it too much. Right there. Right above us is just hasn't strengthened and formed, but I want to get just a little bit further down the road here. We're gonna go this way. Further, it is shifting a little bit, and that rotation's becoming a lot more defined. So if we can get ahead here, we can get ahead again. We'll get another view of it coming. Again, it's definitely some solid, there you go, right there. Definitely solid rotation on the cell where we're at. Just not super strong. And again, we might be losing a lot of that.
You should go down.
Heat.
Looks like there's some warnings down by
Des Moines.
Yeah.
Yes, there is, but that would take us several hours to get down there.
True.
So we'd be well into the night where I kind of want to watch this guy. And it's gonna move us east anyway, so we're gonna keep watching this thing. Here we'd get a nice view of this cell if we got up ahead of it pretty good here. Turn around, we get a nice picture of this thing. Can you see it behind us?
What?
If you look back at it, you can see.
Oh, it's a little dark.
Yeah, but the whole, what looks like a spaceship coming across. We'll see if we can get up here a couple miles, get through Clinton, and then head north just a little bit. See if we can get a good picture of this cell overall. We got a good spaceship on the shelf of this. Get up here and try to do a little bit of a turnaround and get a picture for everybody.
many times have we seen Casey's Pizza?
Well, Casey's are all over Iowa. Alright. In just a minute here, we're going to turn Lanesboro. Alright, hang tight. Alright, everybody, here's what I wanted to show you. Very classic view of this thing. Actually, hold on, I might be able to get it better just a little up here.
I'm getting a picture of this.
We'll get a little spot we can turn around and see this whole thing coming right in.
Should I buckle?
Move your hand. Move your hand. That's the view of this thing. There we go. I'm gonna get out and get a picture for just a second. I'll be right back.
I believe I might too. Nice. Lost my respect. It's not a threat. My camera, dude. These were some awesome pictures. Oh, no way.
Beautiful, huh? Problem is we're just not. Look at all this. Where is our radar? All right, so we're seeing here is green. We've got some anti-cyclonic spin here. Very, very cool though, watching this shelf come in for this, and it's very, very classic for this type of storm mode. Yeah, you can see the rear flank inflow on this. We're losing some of our... Yeah, let's get up there. Let's get up there, Tyler.
Let's do it.
Area we want to watch is just up ahead here to the left. If you can see through that, we're showing definite rotation. That area is probably crossing the road right now, so just to give you an idea of where it's at. But you can see that whole area straight ahead of us. The rotation hanging back just a little bit. That's the area we want to watch, just straight ahead of us.
It's dark.
It is dark.
Spooky.
Yes, we have some definite I'm trying to click on this cell and it won't let me. Oh, okay, then I won't. Definite rotation in this area that we're keeping an eye on. Lots of that though.
I
This whole
feel like
system.
I'm wet from the rain, but
Yeah.
then when I feel myself, I'm not wet.
Yeah. All right, so keep an eye up here, straight up ahead. Lightning will light the area that we're kind of watching right now.
It's also light for them. I got this exposure.
We good?
Yeah, they got lighter view than us.
Yeah.
I can get exposure to really high, but once it goes past exposure, then there's nothing we can really do.
Yeah. Yep. So just keeping an eye on that up ahead here. We're gonna kind of go slow and let the storm pass because we don't have a good east-west option for a while. So right there, up straight ahead, that's what we're looking at. Look at that, Tyler.
Ooh.
Very cool. Very cool. And we got some good rotation coming through. That whole area is what we want to be watching right there. Oh, good lightning coming through. Nice and slow here, so we can always catch up to it on the other side. Nobody behind us, not in a hurry. Just watching that whole thing.
Max exposure right now.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll lose him a little bit, and it'll just be lightning that will help over here.
This looks like a storm. We want to rush into this one.
I had a little bit of optimism on this guy here, but just kind of watching the end of this. And then, of course, you can see the sunset off in the distance because of the clear sky. See all the lowering that's here, right here, all this stuff. What we want to be watching. Everybody can see just up here to the left. I mean, that whole lowering, that area is the area that we're kind of keeping an eye on. Again, purposefully slow here because, one, nobody's behind us, and need to let this get past us just a bit. Otherwise, I'm just going to drive straight into it.
I mean, I feel like this is going to be like the last storm. Because there's.
Well,
otherwise,
it is kind of the last storm because.
We might as well just go for it.
Well, yeah, and.
I mean. What a picture, man.
Yeah, did you get a good picture of that shelf?
Yeah, I just need.
Call that a shelfie. Just kidding.
Haha.
Yeah, up ahead of us. Yeah, quite in the general direction we're looking is a cell that's been on and off, serving up quite a bit of rotation. Again, this is the last of the anything. I mean, it feels like we're the last person chasing this thing right now. Right over Lanesboro. All right, Ty, we're gonna move a little bit more and get a picture. Hard to tell just because we're losing light. So lightning's kind of our friend right now, actually. Again, your exposure on the stream is a little bit better than what we can see. We are getting quite a bit of intake in there.
Thanks.
Alright, we're gonna keep making our way.
Thanks for letting me take the picture.
Yeah, of course.
I'll make a album. I'll make an album later.
Well, we are going to try to... Now we're in the mode of chasing, which is a little bit better position than we were in earlier when we were just racing to get there. Now we're actually...
Strategizing.
Yeah, and here, I'll point everybody back over where we're working. We just got to get ourselves north here a little bit more and keep on this guy. That whole lowering right there has got some pretty good rotation on it, so we're just going to keep on this guy. Keep going. Anyway, I mean, it's taking us a little bit further away from Des Moines if that's where we were going to spend the night, but I have no plan. We can
Just
go
stay anywhere.
Yeah. We are still in a tornado warning zone. That warning expires in 30 minutes. So tornado watch zone. Apologies. Tornado watch. Again, we're just south of Lanesboro, Iowa. And that's this cell that we're watching. And just going to continue on that. Does look very cool right now. And again, there's this other little tail of rotation that's coming off of this thing too. Not quite like a hook, but almost like a fork. And I don't think that's very much, but it's showing up on radar. It's showing up straight ahead of us on the road too. Had we been on this exact system 2 hours before we got here,
Yes.
they were producing tornadoes. And there were some pretty severe tornadoes. What was it? Council Bluff and Omaha area. That whole area. So there we go. There's another great view. That almost looks like... See that little white part that's
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You can see the lightning behind it. Not the light part where the rain's coming, but just to the right of it. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Straight where the camera's pointed, right there. That right there, that little guy on the radar. You'd be straight ahead of where the camera's pointing. certainly looks like that could be a funnel. It's so hard to tell right now. Yeah, it does not look like it's very sustained rotation, so I would not give it that. But again, we're kind of creeping up on this, just kind of going slow. I'm gonna get up at a road near here and we'll be able to get up on a highway and start making our way east again. Might want to stop here in a second and just kind of watch this, but I guess we're going to pull into this intersection up here. We'll kind of blast through here. We'll keep going. Yeah. For anybody who's just joined, we are just south of Lanesboro, Iowa. We've been following a storm system. We're a little bit late getting down here due to day job school activities. Number of tornadoes produced by this system.
Hey, I was taken out of school.
Yeah, fair. Just with like a few minutes left. Number of tornadoes produced by this system all the way up. We're catching just the tail end of it. Some major rotation we've watched as the system come through, like multiple cells. And now we're kind of getting the end of our daylight, end of what
Max.
Tyler been working the computer. Chaser Dad is pretty much focused on driving safely here. So we're going to get another peek at...
Shout out to Chaser Dad or MN Chaser.
MN Chaser. We're going to get a peek maybe at the top of this next hill here and see if we can see this. Again, we're continuing to work our way north to try to get up on a highway. And that highway will give us a better east-west. We haven't really had the east-west options, so this thing's been getting ahead of us and out a little bit. But has also been morphing a little bit and somewhat strengthening in rotation.